Today is a very, very, very special day. We're leaving Fort Myers. I have been stuck in Fort Myers for a year. And granted, I have worked on this boat for a year. I have met a beautiful woman and a great little kid. You know, it's not been sailing around the world, but it's been moving into a 40-foot boat and restoring it. Today we're heading for Fort Myers Beach. So we'll be at Fort Myers Beach for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever. And we'll be working on Splendid down there, but it's closer to the Gulf. I'll be doing some shakedown cruises in the Gulf, and man, it's nice to be moving. It's been a long, long time.
We're moving. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving.
Yes, I'm very happy about this. So, anyway, that's what we're doing today, Sam. Show us out there.
We're moving. Okay, I'm taking you out. Watch. Grandma's Splendid. You have to stay in the cockpit, baby. Oh, you can follow behind me.
So I'm doing a very, very cool thing today. I am making Splendid's Stencil. Check it out. I've got stencil material here. I've printed Splendid out on the computer. It wouldn't fit on one page, so I had to cut it up into a number of places. And then what I do is I have a little, like, here it is over here. It's kind of like a soldering iron with a very, very, very fine tip on it. And that's a stencil cutter. You can use an X-Acto knife, but I hear they're not nearly as accurate. Let me turn the radio down. The stencil cutter gun is like 15 bucks, so I think it was a pretty good deal. And I will be cutting out Splendid Stencil and painting her on in gold paint. Onto the stern in the next couple days. It's going to be official. She's splendid. Splendid. I tell you, this job of glassing up the cabin house and the tow rail has really taken a lot out of me. I am tired. I mean, I've been working at this for, you know, a solid 6 months now, and you know, it really makes Splendid a much more solid boat and dry. And the job is coming to an end, finally, which I'm very happy about. Man, but I tell you, I miss the days of like floating around on Namaste and just, you know, loving life and sailing around. Those days are not too far. Next week I'm going to be sailing Splendid for the first time, sailing down to Key West. The boat still looks real hard because, you know, there's paint on the foredeck and stuff. I'll show you in a second here, but you know, it'll still be, you know, another 2-3 weeks before paint's on everything. And when I say everything, I mean the cabin house. I mean here, the cabin house, the decks, and the tow rail. The top of the cabin house will still take a while. It's a project for another day because, man, I'm whooped. I want to go enjoy some sailing first. And I can do that anywhere. I'll bring, you know, supplies to do that as I travel. You know, it's a cosmetic thing. It's not a structural thing. Let me show you what's going on. It gets a little loud up there because of the generator. Let me shut it off. But here, as you can see, the foredeck looks like a mess just because it's kind of our work area. But this is all done. That's actually painted. The deck is all done. It's not painted. This is all primer. This is just smooth. You know, there used to be a seam here. There used to be a seam down here, which there's not anymore. The decks, this is all done and faired. We're probably going to put one more coat of epoxy and fair this one more time, or pull it one more time and then fair it. Darren's looking tired. I know it's time to finish this job, isn't it? Let me show you, he's been working on the track all day. I'll put that other video, you'll see another video on this one where Darren was working on this, but we had to make a whole new strip under here and then re-bolt it in, and all those bolts were ready to go. I mean, when we pulled them out, they just broke off. So Splendid looks hard, but you know, I've learned one lesson on this job, and that's that paint goes on pretty fast. It's all prep work, and it's been a long road. I'm whipped, Darren's whipped. It's time to go have some fun and go sailing.
I'm done.
I'm done. Wow, we've got 5 more days. This is what it looks like down here at the beach in Fort Myers. That's Darren's boat, Alas, over there. As I said, we'll be taking off in a few days to head down to Key West. Everything is quite dusty, but solid and watertight. No more choi leaky. It's going to be quite nice. But in the next, week, 2 weeks, I'll probably be doing some painting down in Key West. The decks will be painted with non-skid. The tow rail will be painted. The combing boxes will be encapsulated in fiberglass. That one's almost done. The other side, the combing box is done. But this is a Splendid update. Sorry I haven't had more updates lately, man, but I've just been whooped. Darren and I wake up in the morning, we start work around 11 or noon and, work till we're dead. The crack of noon, yeah. So get a couple hours in the morning to have coffee with the loved ones. But there's some down there. I'll get you some. Darren wants more coffee. I want more coffee. But this is Fort Myers Beach.
Humping boats. Humping boats.
Yeah, those 2 poor boats. Some lady came, and actually 2 women came and dropped a bomb in the middle of the anchorage. I think it's a little hunter over there. And that thing's been dragging all over the anchorage, hitting other boats, which is kind of a bummer. But, yeah, it wasn't very nice to do. But ship happens, right? Anyway, guys, peace, love, and coconuts. I'll see you soon.
Hey, check it out. I've had a few beers and Alex is gone and decided to do some engineering magic and to do a starboard track, decided to take small sections of dowel make tiny little bungs to get the proper height for his jib traveler. He used to be a cutter, so there's 2 jib travelers, but I guess we'll only need one. He might be able to use one for his self-steering vane. He's got an Aries. But I've got these little pilot holes in the middle of these probably pine bungs, some crap wood dowels. I don't know what they are. But I'm going to cover it in capsule and cover it in fiberglass before he gets back, and he's going to be very happy. I'm sure he'll find this video at some point. Splendid is a salty girl. I wish she was mine. Anyway. Sorry, I always wanted to do that. I don't like coconuts. Bye-bye.